everyone, welcome to our project. I'm Xinda, and our topic is about modern and sustainable power grid game simulation. And there are 5 outlines that I will introduce. First is the associated software. Second is the coding structure. The third one is the game rules. And then I will introduce the implementation of the game. At last, I will introduce the future work that we need to improve. This is the associated software that we use. First, we use Visual Paradigm, and then we use Spider for coding. At last, we use PY Arcade to code the graphical user interface. This is the main coding structure, and we can see that this is the welcome menu. All of the players will come to this menu at first, and after all the players adding into the game, if the amount is greater than or equal than 2, they will go to the main board. And after all the players finish moving, they will go to the supply or demand session. And after all the players finish supplying, they will go to the energy market. And the underpowered player can buy the energy from the player who has the extra energy. And if all the players finish the deal, they will go back to the main board and one turn finish. And after we finishing 16 turns, we will go to the game result. And this is game rules. And the game is only for 2 to 4 players. And for the main board, there are 4 sets and 6 squares. And each set is a new season. So there are 4 sets here. And under each square, there is solar and wind index as well as the current demand. And the square demand will increase after the next round comes. And also there are 16 turns and 4 rounds in total. And there are also 6 selectable generators for us to select. And our aim is balancing the demand that they made on the board with his selected generators. And at last, the most efficient player is the victor. And this is welcome manual interface. Once you click 1, you will go to the add player interface and you can join the game. Once you click this interface, you will go to the main board session. And this is adding player interface. If I click 1, you can see that the blue sentence will be shown up, which shows that player number 1 joins the game. He starts from the first square of summer. And this is main board. We can see that there are 2 green flags and 2 red flags. Green flag shows the lucky events, and if the player meets a green flag, he will get a free battery. And if the player meets a red flag, he won't select any generator in his turn. And also under each square, there is current demand, solar index, and wind index. And solar index and wind index will influence the output of solar and wind generator. And the total demand is equal to the current generation of the player minus the total demand. So his saved output is -6. And this is supply or demand. You can see that there are 6 generators, and his battery capacity is 100, and his saved generation is 30. And this is energy market. We can see that player number 1 is the seller and player number 4 is the buyer. And player number 4 need to buy his negative saved energy to balance his and player number 4 need to balance his saved energy, so that he need to just purchase the energy from player number 1. And after they play, after he buys, his money in hand will drop, and player number 1's money in hand will increase. And this is final game results. The player who gets the maximum money in hand will get 20 scores, and the player who gets the maximum output will get 20 scores. The player who gets the least carbon dioxide index will get 30 scores, and the player who gets the minimum saved energy, which is saved into the battery, will get 30 scores. So, so that player number 1 is the victor. He gets 40. And this we still have a lot of future work to do. First of all, we can do the BGM, and then we can add more players in the game. Also, we can make an online energy board game so that the player can play it online. Also, we can make a 3D game to make a better experience. And thanks for watching. Are there any questions?